So I don't know how to feel about this. Kamala Harris says she's thinking about running again in
Bless
2020.
her heart.
I mean, it's 2026. It's about to be the middle of the year, and I guess it's time to start thinking about if you're going to throw your head in the ring because it's like almost a year and a half out. Damn, this is going by fast.
It is. It really,
Yeah,
really is.
it
I'm gonna
is.
tell you something. That broad ain't getting none of my money this time. I can't do it. I can't. I gave her some pennies last time, but there
Yeah.
was all the pennies I had. They were important pennies. Yeah, she can't. She can't get my money this time.
It depends on what happens throughout the race. Like, as a woman, you're just not going to be the president of the United States of America and these
No.
that we're living in. So it's no use voting for you. You know, it was a great, inspirational, empowering moment we all had. Yes, we can. It was a good thing. We felt like we had Trump. We had Taylor Swift. The kiddies came out. Megan Thee Stallion already twerked it out. We had rallied together, and it still didn't work. And it was
Yeah.
because you had women out here that's not going to vote for a woman president. You had men out here that's definitely not going to vote for a woman president. And so it's not going to happen. So let's stop selling ourselves these dreams. We've had Hillary Clinton, who has to be like one of the most qualified human beings ever.
Yeah. If it was gonna happen, it was gonna be that old white lady. It was going to be that. It's not gonna be a younger black woman. It's
Right.
gonna be the old white lady. Yeah.
And you had Kamala, who had all this experience, and she lost. So you
Yeah.
have all these both. There's an older white woman. There's a younger black, Chinese, Asian American woman. Whatever, it don't matter. You're just not going to win. So stop running. Stop running. I mean, it's good to have that confidence of, yeah, we're going to break down these. What is it?
The glass ceiling. I mean, representation does matter.
Yeah.
And when someone runs, even if they don't win, it does give hope and it does give inspiration for not being necessarily president, but for other things. I can do anything.
Yeah.
So it is important that we have it, but it's also important that we're realistic.
That's all I'm saying. Nobody's hating, let's roll and support who we support. But at the end of the day, I'm going for that man who's the candidate. It's not sexist. It's just based.
Oh, we don't even know who he is yet, is what you're saying. It's the man, whoever the man is.
The man is. That's what I'm rolling with.
Okay. Can it be Gavin Newsom? We like him, don't we?
I like Gavin. I like JB too. I like those two.
Okay, Pritzker? Pritzker?
2 years, JB Pritzker, who is the governor of Illinois, has been coming at Trump hard. And it's been obvious, okay, yeah, you're running for president, dude, because you're going straight at him. Gavin too. I think Gavin will get it because he's got the look. Right?
Oh, he's smooth. He got some swagger. Oh,
yeah. So I think Gavin and JB, maybe JB can be his running mate. They'll be the top two runners. I think the front runners for the Democratic ticket. But Kamala, nah, baby. Hey, so you're familiar with Candace Owens, right?
Yes.
So let me just say, Candace Owens is becoming a percentage likable to me. Her antics the past few months has taken her from this bitch is crazy to this bitch is still crazy, but don't pay attention to what she's saying for a second. Because she's not on the Trump train no more. She's not on the Trump train anymore because of this war in Iran.
All right, let me hear you out. Okay.
Along with a lot of Trumpers from was it Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson, all of the Trumpers are like, yo, this war is just unjust. Trump, you tripping. So Trump put out a lengthy Truth Social post the other day, basically calling out all of these people. And Candace is like, it's time to put this old man, put him in a home. Let's time lock him up. So Candace isn't necessarily rolling with, how all the Trumpers are like, whatever he does, whatever he says, we're just going to roll with it. Candace is like, no, dude, you tripping. And here's another thing. That was a clip that just played when she was imitating a singer that had came out. It was a real funny, unlike Candace Owens clip that you would see. She was imitating this singer, and it was just hilarious. So I'm like, okay, Candace, you're starting to seem slightly like a rational human being. I still think the bitch is crazy, but she's getting my attention now, and that's okay as it relates to me.
I'm going to tell you something. Candace Owens was never crazy. Candace was an opportunist. She found a spot in the market to be this person, this individual, this Black person who was over here, where it wasn't popular, to get popularity and to get that money. Candace is smarter than you ever knew she was. It was all an act. It's been an act this whole time.
This is the conspiracy theory. Let's go right wing. I'm a Black woman. Let's talk about Black folks. She found it, and she's right there with it, huh? She's just home.
Nail on the head. That's exactly what she's done. She's kept her name in the conversation. She's made that money. Yes, this is exactly what she is. Not crazy.
Okay.
She is smarter than the average bear.
She's gaining a fan from me. I'm like, why do I like Candace Owens now? This is crazy. Crazy times we're living in. All right, Bill Cosby. I put the pill in the chocolate. So I don't know if you are familiar with this. Last month or a few weeks back, a judge had ordered Bill Cosby to pay $60 million to one of his accusers. $60 million. You heard about that?
Yep, I did.
So Bill is like, yo, wait, y'all are tripping. That's a third of what I'm worth now. $60 million is a third of what I'm worth now. I'm an 88-year-old man. I'm living in, like, cut me some slack, Judge. Like, come on. Initially, it was $17.5 million. Damn, that's still a lot. For past mental suffering. And then awarded her an additional $1.75 million for future suffering. So once she suffers in the future, that's how much money she gets.
Once she suffers,
that's, this is set out for you in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, $40 million, that's excessive, being as though, I don't know. Is that excessive? Let me ask a woman this question, because I know there's some women probably watching this. Now, that ain't excessive. She need to get his ass some more.
That's a lot of money. I can't even fathom that amount of money. 40 million. I mean, I don't know how to put a price on someone's pain. I know what they would use to try to do is, like, if somebody got murdered, somebody was hurt enough and they couldn't work.
Right.
They tried to say this is the amount of money they would have earned, in their lifetime as a professional, I don't know, plumber.
Right.
Pick a profession, you know what I mean? Or a professional Wall Street executive. And so they used to try to come up with monies to award people based on that. I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you figure it out. She's so hurt she can't work. This is what she would have made. Like, what is it? I don't know.
Well, reportedly, this alleged rape with Bill and the Quaaludes. This happened back in 1972. So that's 28 plus 22. That's 50. That's 53, 54 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I have always felt some type of way about this whole thing. But if speaking about what's current, this 80 million and he's 88, he needs to figure out the OJ loophole and just ride out, and he's going to die. OJ never paid anything, and just make sure he separates, legally the money his wife gets, put it in the shell company, give it to the kid, do whatever if he ain't trying to pay.
Just to not be mistaken about this situation, Bill Cosby has come out and admitted that he's given Quaaludes to women. Quaaludes, I guess, is a drug that puts you to sleep or gets you in the mood. This is a normal practice that was happening in the 60s and 70s. Quaaludes, taking Quaaludes, that was Spanish Fly, get the woman in the mood, and the women were down with it. It was a thing, So I'm not you're taking up for Bill or justifying anything that he did, but this was a normal practice that was done by celebrities in the 60s and 70s or whatever. And I don't know what led to this happening. I don't know if this woman watched the news and said, oh, they're suing Bill Cosby. I need in on this.
I don't know the details of her specifically, but I do know there was some where the women were in a hotel room and everybody knew Bill was married and everybody knew Bill was a celebrity. And at some point you chose to go to the hotel room, not saying that things, you deserve anything to happen to you. But I know I never found myself in anybody. So even when I was invited, because I knew what could happen, I know people were trying to get their fame. They were trying to get their star on. They were aspiring actresses and singers, and people had influence that were celebrities to help their career. So I've always felt some type of way about this. So yeah, this is just it's messy. It's complicated.
So do I think Bill Cosby raped women? Yes, I think he's raped women. Do I think that it was done at the volume which is being reported? I think all of these women are telling the truth. No, I don't think all of these women are telling the truth. I think that it was fashionable to sue Bill Cosby for sexual whatever and try to get some money from this. Gloria, the lawyer.
Oh, Gloria Allred, the lawyer.
She's, and the other guy, that was the guy that was trying to sue Jay-Z for these accusations. So, it exists to where people come up with these stories to try to get money. I do think Bill Cosby did it. He was in the wrong. I do think it was a practical method of like hooking up back in the day as well. So not to take away anything. He's horrible for what he did, but some of these accusations are a tad questionable.
I wonder if people was down to party and it was like, yeah, give me what you got. And Bill just happened to have a quaalude and not the ecstasy that they was hoping for. They was hoping for the hallucination, not the dream or the nightmare or whatever it was. You know what I mean? But people was taking other people's drugs and not asking, what is this or how many milligrams?
It was what to do back in the 70s. They were doing the cocaine, and it was practical. It was what they were doing. So that's that. We'll see what happens. But Bill saying he's 88 years old and 60 million. That's going, cut into my bread, Judge. I'll hook you up with some complimentary Jell-O pudding. Nah.
Quaalude free. Our girl Kim Kardashian in the news, stays in the news all the time, but the latest news.
Still acting?
She is still acting. As a matter of fact, she was super busy, and I didn't think she was going to do another show just yet because she said she wasn't. Past her, what was it? Is it All's Fair? Whatever the show was. But apparently there's another show she's doing now. Totally different character, do whatever. So I don't know. Didn't give many details on it, but I will be watching that too. Mind you, every show is not supposed to win an Emmy. Every show is not supposed to be just like the thespian's craft. Right. Some of the shit is just to have on and laugh at and look at the fashion and hear people. I get it. Drag people and all that stuff. So nobody thinks she's about to win an Emmy or an Oscar in her life, but sometimes you just need some fun stuff to have on in the background and laugh at. And that is what her shows will be. Setting that to the side, what she's in the news now for is apparently her and her mama tried to block the details becoming public of the settlement with Ray J, with whatever happened with the tape and it was like a $6 million, I thought, settlement. But anyway, they tried to seal the details from everybody knowing it publicly because they said, well, it's going to tarnish our reputation. It's going to hurt our brand. And
it's only helped everybody.
Hey, I don't know what they think is going to come out past what already has come out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Kris Jenner, this woman is no dummy. I don't care how negative it is. She finds a way to spin it and make money out of it. So just let it happen.
Yeah.
Just let it happen. What I am kind of excited to see, I don't know if you can be excited for other people that you have nothing to do with, or, really, they're not going to get you no money or do anything for your life, is she is now dating Formula One race car driver Lewis Hamilton, who ain't bad to look at. I'm just saying.
So let's take it off. He's dated a baseball player, numerous NBA players. Oh, Reggie Bush, that's a football
player.
Now we're in Formula One. All right, so next up, a tennis player, and tennis players make money, and a hockey player, and then you've covered the entire sports industry.
Hey, every guy she's got so far has made more money and more money and more money. She's right now at 80 million with Lewis Hamilton. So, hey, she's worth over 1 billion.
Athletes,
So,
rappers, go get them, baby. Angel Reese, formerly, and I hate to say this, formerly of the Chicago Sky. You heard she got traded.
yeah, I did.
So we only had Angel Reese for 2 years in Chicago, right? And that's nothing against her because here it is. She's a bright star. Everybody knows after the WNBA, she's going to be like a model or have her own clothing line or into fashion. Everybody sees and knows that her life is beyond basketball, which is fine. Here it is, Chicago, world-class city, third market in the country. And this franchise, the Chicago Sky, is horrible. And just they are not winning. And she says she wants to win. Haven't made the playoffs in the past 2 years, and they've just been making horrible decisions. Now let's look at this in basketball terms. She's a good player. Not a, put your franchise around, but she was a good piece. And she had so much inspiration for these little girls in Chicago. Little girls love Angel Reese, Mm-hmm. So this is not me coming on here talking about Angel Reese or dissing Angel Reese. I get it. You want to win. You want to be successful. I get it. It's the Chicago Sky who sucks. R&B, Raymond and Brown. Usher Raymond and Chris Brown. Last week, they announced that they're going on tour together. Everybody wants this to be a versus. Everybody wants Chris Brown to go up against Usher in the versus. They said, damn that, we're going on tour.
Have they've ever done this before? No, this is the first time?
Never been on tour before, no.
Oh, we about to have a Beat It dance off. Now, we got to have it.
They got a song together that they did a few years ago, but they've never done a tour together. So that's going to be dope. You're going to have aunties for days out there. And then the ones our age in the 40s and mid 40s and in the 50s and all of that.
Panties and bras on the stage, like what?
Vagina Fest 26. So be on the lookout for that. Here's the crazy part. Chris Brown is marking his 20th year in the music industry. Isn't that crazy? 20 years.
Yeah.
And Usher
you're getting old.
His almost 35 years.
Oh, you're extra old now.
Right? So yeah, be on the lookout for that. The R&B tour, R&B, Usher Raymond, and Chris Brown.
Okay.
Who do you like between the two? You're old head, so you got to say Usher, right?
It's Usher for me. Absolutely. Yeah.
Same here. Yeah. But Chris Brown.
He's a talented little boy.
Yeah, he's a talented cat, and he is the Usher of this generation, of the new.
Yes.
But yeah, shouts out to Usher. The R&B tour. Can't wait.
Gonna be fun. All right, so last episode, you asked me if I had to be a character in a sitcom, who would I be?
Yes.
You had a clear answer for who you would be, and I did not.
Right.
I absolutely did not. Like, the closest I could see myself was a cartoon character. And I said Dot in the Animaniacs, and I stand by that.
Okay.
However, it doesn't get away from the fact that I did not answer your question. So I've been thinking, and dude, I'm still having trouble. So can I pick pieces of characters, and can I like fantasy football sitcom character myself?
Okay, let's see what you got. Let's have you get creative here.
Okay. So I love the sitcom Friends.
Right.
But I'm not as neurotic all the way as Monica. But I do got some low grade OCD. So I would be the low grade OCD that the character Monica has. And she's super, super competitive. And there was a time in my life where if I'm going to play, I'm going to win.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, I never told you the thing with the weight loss competition. I never told you. So we went, sidebar, we had this weight loss competition on the morning show. And you remember I won, right?
Yeah.
But I only had 3 pounds to lose. But you know how hard it is to lose 3 pounds? So I gained 10 pounds before the first weigh-in so that I could lose 13 pounds to win that weight loss competition. Okay, so now you know I'm competitive.
Yes.
I won.
Yeah.
So the other thing is I like living single, but I'm not quite any of them. If anybody, I'm Khadijah. with the sense about the money. She was practical, and she was always trying to do something like practical with the magazine, with Flavor on her business. So I'm a little bit of Khadijah with that. Okay. You mentioned Three's Company, which really made me think about Three's Company.
There's more?
Remember? Do you remember Terry the nurse?
Terry was the first white girl I had a crush on as a child.
I loved Terry. Her real name was Priscilla Barnes. I thought that was like, I wanted to be Priscilla, but I thought Terry did very well, like looking at everybody being crazy. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And being the level-headed one amongst the crazy people, but loved them crazies.
And the family.
I thought she was gorgeous. Yeah. Just saying. So, like, if I can put together characters, I think those are my characters.
Terry from Three's Company, Monica from Friends, and Khadijah from Living Single.
I think that's me.
Okay, so your Prince is #1 fan. What's his wife's name? I think it's his first wife, Matai?
His first wife's name was Maite Garcia.
Maite Garcia. That's who just released never before seen photos of Prince. I don't know if you saw these or not. Let's see here. Have you seen these before? Apparently not, because she's saying these are never before seen photos of Prince inside his unseen photos of Prince inside his private life here. I don't know about some of these, Alex. You look at these and I don't know. I'm going to keep scrolling, though. This was a People Magazine article that just released this in People Magazine. It's just showing you different photos of the purple one.
Some of them were at their house in Spain, and some of them were at Paisley Park. That right there, that playground is at Paisley Park.
Okay. Yeah. So, wait, you've seen these before?
I mean, today.
Okay. So you just recognized the Paisley, the backdraft and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit too damn much about this man's life, but he built that playground originally when he was going to have a child with Maite. The child wound up dying, but he also thought it could be for the kids of his other employees at Paisley Park. But it eventually turned into a sad place because his kid died. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So, yeah, these are never unseen photos. She's saying, is this a new book that's being released? Have you seen this book?
No, I haven't seen the book.
Okay. Prince.
Haven't seen the book.
I guess these are photos, a photo book.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like I didn't know that. I just saw photos. I saw him in the pool. Saw this one. That's
okay.
Little doggy. That's in Spain.
Okay.
Saw him in the pool in Spain. I hadn't seen that pool before.
This one?
Yeah. That's one.
Okay. See this one? Check this. So you've seen this picture, he and Andy Stone, he in the pool.
I didn't see the picture with he and Andy Stone. My article didn't have that one in it.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to, you are the Prince fan of us too, and I saw that was released. I'm like, I wonder if Alex saw this. But apparently you've seen the unseen photos. How the fuck you've seen these unseen photos? I have no idea.
Only some of them, not all of them. I have been to Paisley a few times. But yeah, not all of the unseen photos. By the way, he did have the same kind of private photographer that followed him from 88 until his death. So it was sort of like, how when you got in the White House, that same White House photographer. So that guy has a lot of unseen photos. So if this book does well, I bet you there'll be a second book that comes out too.
So we're coming up on the 10th anniversary of his death. And man, it's just 10 years ago. I remember the story, him being found in the elevator. You don't think he's dead?
No, he ain't dead. He out there with Tupac and them.
Yeah.
Somewhere in like Mexico on the beach, whatever the rumors are. It's just so hard to believe. I will tell you that day, that was rough. And what was the most interesting thing was I was a little obsessive about Prince in high school. And then it carried into adulthood, I will say. But people who had not seen me, talked to me, anything me since high school found me and reached out to me just to see if I was okay. And it was just a couple months later, we had our high school reunion, some class of 96. So we had our high school reunion and everybody was checking on me at the reunion. So
great loss, man. Great loss.
It's I don't believe it.
10 years has passed since we lost the purple one. R.I.P.
All right, so I got to be putting you up on the TV shows because you don't watch shit but ESPN. So let me tell you some other stuff that's out there in the world. There was this TV show that they did called Jury Duty. I'm going to give you the background.
I know this. I'm going to tell you. It's like 5 or 6 fake people that they plant and then like 2 or 3 real jurors, right? Aha.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You got it sort of. Okay. There were like 18 actors and only one person who wasn't. So the joke was all on the one juror that wasn't an actor. And they were doing all these crazy things and they were making the case outrageous. And all the jurors had their own personalities and they were sequestered, but they were all actors. And one wasn't an actor and he was living in a crazy world, and they wanted to see how this guy was going to react. So it was such a big hit. And I think it was on Prime. You have Amazon Prime Video. But now there's a second season that's not called Jury Duty. It's called Company Retreat. Mm. Oh, so they have made up this fake
a preview of something like that. Keep going.
Okay, it's a fake hot sauce company.
And I saw the preview on ESPN.
I bet you did. And they go on a company retreat. You know how these small businesses, they want to like make their family and company a tight-knit little
employee.
Yeah, trust falls. And we do all these, we tell stories. And, we have a week of coming together and bonding. So anyway, that's what this show is. And so there's this fake company with these fake employees, the fake owner, and they create this situation where the son is going to take over because the CEO and owner is retiring after so many years, but he is a complete shit show. And so then there's these other people who want to buy the company and it's this conglomerate, but it's not going to keep them a family owned. It's going to, make them this big corporate thing. Anyway,
crazy shit, man.
It is hilarious. They created like a whole resort for all these people to have their own little cabin. And this guy, he's a temp employee that just started like a few days before, and they have him in there like assisting HR. So all of the things with employees dating, employees hooking up, thievery happening, theft while they're just like all of these things. He's here to help these people. It is so good. And I'm telling you, the guy they picked, I want to know how they picked this guy. He is salt of the earth, like a genuine good human that the way he handles these things is just, it's good TV. It's really good TV. So anyway, if you're going to break away, get past that first episode. That first episode is a little contrived. Past that, Company Retreat. It is fun. It's fun. It's fun. And just the last episode, they actually pull the curtain back and show how they did everything. How there were another 50 employees hiding behind the bushes and doing all this stuff to pull it off. But it's good. It's really good.
That wraps up episode 78. Check this out. Our website is back. You can log on to TreyandAlex.com, or you can, of course, subscribe to our YouTube page, youtube.com/@TreyandAlex. All right. Thanks for tapping in with us. I'm Trey the Chocolate Jock.
I'm Alex Dupree.
Talk to you next week. We out.
Deuces.